There's been a lot of speculation regarding this incoming update for Diablo Immortal that incorporates the anime Berserk. This is something that's been really exciting to many people that are from the anime world. And even myself, someone that's not a big anime person, I actually believe we have a massive, really exciting update on our hands. All of the information that we're looking at today is directly from Blizzard. It is all 100% fact and lets all of you know exactly what we can look forward to from this update. Let's dive into it right now. All right, we're going to go through all of these details. Berserk collides with Sanctuary. Guts, Griffith, gore galore, straight from the pages of Kentaro Minura's hellish dark fantasy manga. Berserk comes alive in Sanctuary in the Diablo Immortal Berserk crossover event, Struggler's Path, from May 1st through May 30th. So we're basically a little bit over a week before this actually drops. Battle against the fearsome and immortal Nosferatu, Zodd. Survive your sacrifice in Struggler's Bane. Struggler's Bane sounds cool. Wield fearsome power with the Crimson Behelit legendary gem and much more. Yes, we're getting official information on that legendary gem that we've spoken about in previous videos. Set in a medieval dark fantasy world, Berserk centers on themes of betrayal, revenge, sacrifice, and monstrous power. Celebrate Berserk with Grimsley themed gameplay and limited time cosmetics you can earn and collect so your characters can walk in the footsteps of these legendary figures. Don relics of war, symbols of ambition, and echoes of vengeance. Wear them and become part of the legend. Now, this is actually a decent time for someone that is, if you're like me, if you are not familiar or you haven't watched the Berserk comics anime, may not be a bad time for you to dive in and do that. Someone shared with me a link so I could experience it and really become one with the lore of this. I will try to remember to link that in the description of my video as well if you want to take a peek at it for yourself. I will say, from what I'm hearing, it is brutal. It is just disgusting, which to me sounds absolutely awesome. So we did hear about some limited time cosmetics. This is very much going to sound to me like it's going to be like that World of Warcraft Diablo Immortal crossover that we had a few months back, which I actually think was an amazing update. I think they did it really, really well. All right, let's move on. Pay death a visit to fight Nosferatu, Zodd. These are characters from the lore that I'm not as familiar with. Now, you're going to see this guy often, right? It's a one-horned beast. You saw it on the thumbnail of my video, and well, you're seeing it again right here. Feared throughout Midland, warriors and noblemen tremble at the whisper of his name. Nosferatu Zodd is an immortal, legendary warrior known for his ferocity and mercilessness. He's said to have slain thousands on the battlefield. Zodd has now set his thirst for blood upon Sanctuary, intent on finding an opponent formidable enough for his might. You'll soon be able to challenge this embodiment of bloodlust, survive the storm of his attacks, and prove yourself his most worthy opponent in his over 300 years of slaughter. So this, I believe what we're looking at from this image right here is what he looks like inside of the manga. I'm not sure. We'll see as we get a little bit closer, because this right here is what it actually looks like in the battles where we are going to be engaging. Pay death a visit to fight Nosferatu Zodd. Everything on the battlefield is a weapon to Zodd. The longer you fight him, the more he will relish the struggle, increasing the wrath you'll face. Those that hold the Crimson Behelit legendary gem will have the ability to face an even more powerful Zodd. Execute your best pincer move and defeat the enraged Zodd to claim tantalizing rewards. So it does seem that if we do have this new legendary gem that's incoming, more on that very soon, then you'll have the ability to fight a more powerful version of Nosferatu. Deny your sacrifice in Struggler's Bane. So it seems like they're doing a little bit of a twist on Survivor's Bane. Little quote here. Pile it up. Take all you have left. Chant the words, I sacrifice in your heart, and you will be granted raven black wings upon which you shall soar higher than any summit. Now, I know they're not really talking about real wings, but how cool would it be if we got some real wings inside of the game, black wings from this event? Struggler's Bane. As Griffith's weakened husk clung to any semblance of life, the crimson Behelit lay within his withered lands. A worldless face swam in existence, eager to heed its master's call, the desire to summon the God Hand and acquire his own kingdom. The famous eclipse comes to life with Survivor's Bane. The eclipse is an apocalyptic event within Berserk where the Band of the Hawk was sacrificed by their former leader to exalt him to member of the God Hand. Within the eclipse, these doomed warriors were teleported to a hellscape, mercilessly slaughtered after being marked with the brand of sacrifice. So what they're doing with this Survivor's Bane version here is they're turning it into Struggler's Bane, which is a resemblance of what's from the lore. Struggler's Bane. While Survivor's Bane is active during the Struggler's Path event, you'll be able to fight within the eclipse itself. Every other minute, you'll experience the full eclipse for 60 seconds. Rally as though you are side by side with the Band of Hawk, fighting for your life despite the brand of sacrifice freshly etched upon you. All right, so it looks like this is going to be an eclipse where the moon eclipses the sun, happening every 60 seconds. But what happens in that time? Is it just a darkened state of the game? The Struggler's Bane brings fearsome new horrors. Terrifying demons will attempt to claim your life, and the land around you will be familiar despite being transformed into a hellscape. While the eclipse is active, a new unique boss also awaits there to execute the God Hand bidding. All right, so it looks like we are going to have some new enemies, which is cool, and we're going to have a new boss that we're going to encounter during the eclipse version, the every 60 seconds of Survivor's Bane. You guys know this. I absolutely love Survivor's Bane. It is my favorite game mode inside of this game as far as mini games go, and I'm really excited to see that that's being part of this crossover. I would believe that a lot of people are on the same boat as me, really enjoying Survivor's Bane, and that's why they do a lot of this with that game mode. Behelit Legendary Gem. All right, this is the gem that we have all been speaking of. It's got this weird face-looking thing. I'm not sure if this is actually the look of the gem or what, but it literally is a screaming and lit up face. Again, on the thumbnail. The Crimson Behelit writhes in silent agony, eyes staring unfocused, ready to achieve the sacrifice necessary to exalt the mere human to that of a God Hand. This fearsome new legendary gem arrives with the Struggler's Path. The below value reflects it at a rank 10. So, as I said before, we've seen some speculation on what this gem is going to be like. Let's see if those speculations actually landed. Your Behelit activates in response to your overwhelming desire, granting you the Behelit power you seek the most. While healthy, dealing damage grants you Behelit's Wrath, temporarily increasing your damage. Okay. When your health is reduced, your damage as you gain... When your health is reduced, taking damage as you gain Behelit's Mercy, reducing your damage taken. When a Behelit power triggers, it releases a scream of terror at the enemy's location, fearing nearby enemies temporarily. Each Behelit power has its own separate cooldown. Okay, this gem is definitely a little bit more confusing, and this description of it is not extremely clear as to what it's going to be doing. But while healthy, dealing damage brings you that wrath, temporarily increasing your damage. When your health is reduced, so after taking damage, you gain the mercy, reducing the damage you take. So it's going to allow you to do more damage and take less damage after you have taken some damage. All right, and there's a cooldown for each of those. So it actually seems like a flipping back and forth type of a situation again. We're going to have to put this one to the test to see if it's going to be another one of those S-tier gems. We did just have a new S-tier gem enter the game, being one of the top 3, which is why I did some of the gem work that I did inside of the game so that I can make sure that I had that at the max power. We'll see how this one goes. Let me know your thoughts on that initially. We have a cosmetic coming, another one for our familiar, this one in the form of a golem. Although they're formed of earth and water, these stumbling creatures are sturdier than they appear. Golems are constructs capable of protecting their master even in the deadliest of situations. You'll soon have the opportunity to obtain these unique familiar skins, which give your familiar the look of these earthen companions. All right, so I like that we're not getting new familiars. Honestly, in my opinion, familiars are kind of a little bit boring inside of the game right now. I was doing stuff with familiars last night, and it was just like, okay, I just want to get rid of all these familiars. I don't need them. I only need the 5 that I work with. So having cosmetics come for our familiars is a lot more exciting than having more familiars, new familiars come. Much like nature, your golem transform beautify as you also be able to customize the familiar skin. Customize these decorations to make the golem a companion unique to you, sure to catch the eye of fellow strugglers. This is really cool. A customizable cosmetic. There's no mechanic like that inside of Diablo Immortal as of now. Really exciting to see that we're going to be able to do something new with this. I love it. And it doesn't seem that there's any buffs that come along with this cosmetic. As you know from the ones that we received from the World of Warcraft crossover, we do have some increased buffs when fishing. This here is just going to look like it's going to be a cosmetic beautification of our pets, which honestly I'm fine with. Broken Bane's armament. So we're talking about cosmetics. Follow your comrades into victory and demise. Known for their fabled prowess on the battlefield, the Band of the Hawk, where you are one of the most revered and feared mercenary forces across all of the mainland. These resplendent threads evoke their leader Griffith in a time before the betrayer, who sacrifice all the faithful companions to manifest his dream. Take up the armor of Guts, the struggler and raid commander in the Broken Band's armament. Now, I don't know if these are going to be cosmetics for a battle pass or cosmetics for a another purchasable one. I'm not sure. Looking at this right here, it looks like both of these are Crusaders. So you have, I want to say, a female version and a male version, or a light and a dark, or as they said, a hawk. And I don't know the characters, so Guts and Raid Commander. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how this comes. Do you guys think this is gonna be a battle pass cosmetic, which will cost $5? Or do you think it's going to be a $170 cosmetic? Or do you think it's going to be a cosmetic that's just available in the shop for orbs? It does not say within this where the Broken Band's armaments are going to be and how they're going to be attainable. And then right here, I want to extend this out for you guys a little bit because I don't have it all here for you. Let's go. There we go. Defy your destiny with the Berserk weapon. All right. So this is going to be another cosmetic that you're able to unlock. For the duration of the Struggler's Path, you'll be able to earn exclusive Berserk-themed weapon cosmetics, lethal enough to challenge the fiercest demons of Sanctuary. 8 skins are available to claim, 1 for each class. Now, if you recall from World of Warcraft, we were able to unlock all of those cosmetics, 1 for each of our classes. These seem like they are only available for the duration. It says here, for the duration of Struggler's Path. So it seems that after the event is over, these cosmetics are no longer going to be available. A lot of times this happens because of IP rights and things like that. Log in during the event to select your preferred tool of demonic dismemberment, the first of which will be specific to your class. Weapon skins available during the Struggler's Path include the fearsomely massive Dragon Slayer Great Sword, which is what we're looking at right here. It actually looks pretty epic, if you ask me. Claim Berserker's login rewards. While the Struggler's Path is live, log in to earn the following items. Struggler's Path Weapon Cosmetic, Crimson Behelit Legendary Gem, Eclipse Portal Cosmetic, Eclipse Frame, and Eox Legendary Crests. What? Oh, no, that's not Eox. It says 10 times. That's funny. I said Eox. 10 Legendary Crests are going to be available as well throughout that time. This is all pretty exciting, guys. This update looks pretty awesome. It looks like there's a lot of great things to come. Unfortunately, some of this stuff is limited time. The familiar cosmetics you will have forever. The legendary gem as well, it seems. The Survivor's Bane event seems pretty cool. I like that we're going to have some new enemies coming in there. And at the end of the day, we have a new boss battle to fight, all coming within this Diablo Immortal update, which is coming on May 1st. I'm excited for it. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are now that we have all of the facts here out from Blizzard. Really curious on if you guys are excited for the event or not, and also if you guys are fans and watchers of this anime in the first place before even hearing about this event. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.